2002. I don't know why anyone wanted to arrest our master teacher. And when I first received a phone call from two sisters who had been shopping in Milledgeville, and they told me that our master teacher had been arrested, I was scared, but I hurried up and called the office because I wanted them to hurry up and go get him in Milledgeville. I called them. Someone did answer the phone, and they said, "We have an emergency situation. We have to go." They quickly hung up the phone. But she said, "Sister, I hear you, but we have something we have to deal with. It's very urgent right now." I had no idea what was going on because I had been in the store. I didn't know anything was happening at his house. I didn't know they had my husband there, handcuffed. I didn't even know that Skylar was trying to call me from the closet. She had been trying to call me and her husband came more at the barbershop. She was crying. I didn't know what happened. But I hurried up and got on the phone and quickly called because I wanted someone to go and rescue our master teacher. I heard sisters were there. They said the car had, all of the windows had been busted out. They had guns to their head. They had them laying on the floor. And I just couldn't understand what had happened. I quickly hurried up and called people. People ran down to the land from Athens. They could not get further than Glades Road or the Fort. They were trying to get to there to help the family, because they had heard that something happened on the land. People were calling me from all over the world at the store, just trying to help. People came to the store. We got in a circle. People prayed, so that this situation could be alleviated. Finally, they let the sister Skylar go. My husband said he was saved. I feared for his life, though, because I did not know. The sister just came in the store just crying. Her baby was crying. She was distraught. She said they had guns at our heads, and the guns had laser lights. It was just red light shining into a closet. And she said it was about 6 lights shining into the closet. She feared for her life. I did not know, that they would actually, the FBI would actually come and island where they saw no one with guns, shooting at them or trying to run away or anything, and be so violent. It seemed like it was a media circus, or like they did it just to put it on TV that we were bad people, or that Dr. York was a monster, and he was not. He always helped people in town. He always helped people in Athens. People at the post office and the restaurants, after Dr. York got arrested, they said, "It can't be. This is not true. This was made up by the media." They knew that. They told us, They said, "We cannot believe this is happening. This man has helped so much in town. He's so joyful. He helps everyone. He always comes here every day and helps us." I just couldn't believe it. I just can't believe it. We always have to remember May 8th because not forget about him treating us incorrectly. When they came to the house, when they came to the land, it didn't make any sense, because now everyone is hurt, and our children, if someone comes to the door and knock real hard, my son will jump back because he doesn't know if someone's going to bust through that door. He said everybody busts through the windows on the land. They bust the windows out, bust the door open, make children walk across the field with no shoes on. That does not make any sense. So we have to use love to help our children heal. I never thought I would be looking on TV seeing our children on Tamaray walk across, the land, being followed by people with guns. It was such a peaceful place, and we cannot let that die. We have to, our master teacher has to come out. We have to fight this fight to make, these people release him. This does not make any sense whatsoever. The picture they were trying to paint that day on TV and the media, it was incorrect. It was totally wrong what they were trying to do. It seemed like they wanted to make it a Waco or a Ruby Ridge or something like that. It didn't make any sense. And I will never forget that day. And I pray our master teacher comes out very soon. It doesn't make any sense. I'll pass the mic on.
Thank you both. For our last two panelists, I think a lot of times when we think about May 8th, it gets centralized on just the house in Athens or Tamaray. But that was a devastating day for everyone, and a terrifying day for everyone. And a lot of people had sleepless nights, whether you lived in Athens, whether you lived in Eaton, wherever you were in the Nuwaubian family, your heart stopped that day hearing about the master teacher. So by no means do we place any more value or say anything's more painful whether you were at Chapin's, whether you were family, wherever you were, because it was a devastating day for everyone. So we wanted to provide a perspective from those who were not either at Tamaray or in Athens. So we have the sister Anukis and the brother Ibre Snejem, the brother Frank McDade, to give their accounts of May 8th.
Rahubat family. Rahubat to all of the family that are tuning in. And to all of you that are out there that want to get an understanding of our side of the story and what really happened. Because there was a lot that the media portrayed. And just looking at May 8th on television and seeing Tamaray under siege, which is really what it was. You would think if you did not know anything about Nuwaubians, that's how the media portrayed us. But it was, like the Sister Dana had said, a utopia. It was our dream, like the Sister Amina said. And I guess I speak for those that were outside of Tamaray on that day. We could not fathom this happening because we had finally got to a point in our lives that we had found exactly what we were looking for. It didn't get any better than this for us, for our children. And my husband and I had bought a house around the corner on Glades Road, so we were, I think, the closest to Tamaray. And at that time, we also resided in Athens, Georgia. And I distinctly remember not only May 8th, but I remember that week because it was the week of my birthday. And I was hyped as we got closer to that day. My birthday was May 9th. And I was like, okay, I'm going to spend May 9th on Tamaray, and it's going to be the best birthday I ever had. And, you know, I just couldn't wait till May 9th. Little did I know that May 9th would be the worst birthday I ever had in my life. On May 8th, it was just a typical day here in Athens. And I had spoken to an Athenian that I had met since I've been living here, and I had been telling her about the Nuwaubians and who we were and the classes that we were holding at the bookstore. And finally, on that day, she had agreed to come to class because it was supposed to be class at the bookstore that day here in Athens.